Welcome to the Explainer. Look, if you're an enterprise leader, the technology bets you're placing today are already writing the blueprint for your digital products in the year 2026. The landscape is shifting so fast right now, and making the wrong infrastructure choice could leave your organization playing a really costly game of catch-up. So today, we're zeroing in on a combo that's rapidly becoming the default choice for forward-thinking companies. We're talking about Next.js combined with React 19. We're going to explore exactly how this specific tech stack serves as the architect for true intelligent business transformation.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start by defining intelligent business transformation. Then, we'll break down the Next.js advantage. After that, we'll look at phased, risk-free migrations, dive into the strategic business case, and finally, wrap up with enterprise scaling.
All right, let's jump into Section 1, Defining Intelligent Business Transformation.
So, which technology stack should we actually bet our digital products on for 2026? It's literally the million-dollar question keeping CTOs up at night. And you know what? The answer is increasingly Next.js and React 19. And that's not just because of developer hype. It's because they actively solve the real, highly complex problems businesses face when trying to scale modern, intelligent applications. Let's answer this directly by looking at what the modern web actually requires.
Because intelligent transformation isn't just about slapping a chatbot onto your existing homepage, right? It demands a fundamental infrastructure shift. Your stack has to support real-time data rendering without those clunky, annoying page reloads. It needs AI-powered UI components that respond intuitively to what the user is doing. You absolutely need secure server-side logic to handle large language models, edge deployment for global speed, and an architecture that simply won't collapse under heavy enterprise traffic. Next.js and React 19 are uniquely built to check every single one of these boxes flawlessly.
Moving right along to Section 2, the Next.js advantage. Let's look at the actual mechanics here.
You've probably heard the phrase server components thrown around a lot in tech circles lately, but let's translate that developer jargon into what it actually does for your application's speed. Basically, React 19 server components allow your app to fetch data, make calls to AI APIs, and render the results entirely on the server side. That means you are no longer shipping massive, heavy JavaScript bundles down to the user's browser. Suddenly, your dashboards, your recommendation engines, your complex forms, they all become significantly lighter and incredibly fast.
And the crucial point here is that this isn't just a fun technical upgrade to keep your engineering team happy. It directly translates to critical business metrics. Faster load times directly improve conversion rates, they boost user retention, and they significantly elevate the perceived quality of your product. A faster product is, quite simply, a better bottom line.
Next up, let's talk about streaming and suspense. When you're querying large language models or crunching real-time analytics, response times can vary wildly. Sometimes it's instant, sometimes it really lags. Streaming completely solves this user experience nightmare. Instead of forcing your users to stare at a spinning wheel of doom while they question their internet connection, streaming lets them see partial results immediately while the rest of the data quietly finishes loading in the background.
This brilliantly illustrates a core rule of modern product design. Perception is reality. By keeping the user engaged with those partial results, the AI feels fast, fluid, and super reliable. If your AI features feel slow and clunky, your team simply won't use them. Providing that smooth experience is absolutely essential for driving genuine adoption across your organization instead of just creating widespread frustration.
Okay, moving on to Next.js API Routes. In the age of AI, security is absolutely paramount. Next.js lets you build server-side API routes that act as a secure middleware layer. This cleanly and securely connects your front end directly to AI services, like OpenAI, Anthropic, or even your own internal machine learning models. It keeps your sensitive API keys completely locked down and protected on the server side, while beautifully centralizing all your complex business logic.
So what does this mean for your business? It means you get to have your cake and eat it too. You can aggressively roll out intelligent automation. We're talking document processing, predictive analytics, real-time customer intent detection with total peace of mind. You're empowering your product with cutting-edge AI without ever exposing your sensitive enterprise infrastructure to the public internet.
Then we have the Edge runtime. Next.js natively supports deployment on edge networks like Vercel and Cloudflare workers. This completely changes the physical geography of your application. Instead of sitting on a single server over in Virginia somewhere, your intelligent business application is distributed. It's running just milliseconds away from your users, regardless of where they happen to be in the world.
And that translates to a massive operational advantage.
Your global teams and your international customers get a consistent, blazingly fast, high-performance experience. And the absolute best part? You achieve this global scale without having to architect and maintain incredibly costly, complex, multi-region back-end infrastructure. It's enterprise-grade global performance simplified.
Section 3. Phased, risk-free migration. Let's look at how to actually get there.
For anyone internally dreading the idea of migration downtime, the beauty of this framework is that you literally don't need to rebuild everything at once. Phase 1 is all about laying the foundation. Native incremental adoption allows you to safely audit your current setup and actually run your brand new Next.js project right alongside your existing legacy app. You can grab immediate SEO and performance wins by just moving your static and marketing pages first, and then slowly begin replacing non-critical REST endpoints with Next.js API Routes. It's completely safe and it's totally measurable.
Once that solid foundation is laid, you move right into Phase 2, modernization. Here, you progressively refactor your data fetching to utilize those lightning-fast React 19 server components we talked about earlier. You start hooking up the LLMs and analytics workflows. And finally, once you've hit total feature parity, you can confidently sunset the old legacy infrastructure without ever disrupting your day-to-day operations.
Let's zoom out a bit for Section 4, the strategic business case.
When you look at the big picture, choosing Next.js and React 19 dramatically lowers your friction across the board. From a hiring perspective, React remains the single most globally in-demand front-end skill, meaning you aren't going to struggle to find talent. The ecosystem provides thousands of ready-to-use AI SDKs. Operationally, zero-config CI/CD pipelines significantly slash your DevOps overhead. And crucially, this stack is backed by tech heavyweights like Meta and Vercel, which ensures massive community momentum and real long-term stability for your investment.
Finally, Section 5, scaling for the enterprise. Let's tackle the first question a skeptical CTO might ask. Is Next.js actually suitable for enterprise-scale traffic and complex authentication? The data absolutely points to yes. This is proven every single day by giants like Nike, TikTok, Twitch, and Notion. They all run this exact architecture at massive, uncompromising scale. Next question, how long does a phased legacy migration typically take to see ROI? Sure, a full comprehensive migration usually takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on how complex your setup is. But the magic of incremental adoption means you start seeing tangible business benefits, better performance, and improved SEO from literally week 1.
What about integration? Can Next.js hook into existing enterprise systems like SAP or Salesforce? Absolutely. Those API routes we discussed earlier easily connect to literally any REST or GraphQL API. This ensures that your massive existing investments in ERPs, CRMs, and custom enterprise systems are completely protected and seamlessly tied into your new modern front end.
And finally, do I need a separate backend if I use Next.js? Not necessarily. For a lot of use cases, Next.js effectively acts as a complete full-stack solution, handling all your logic. However, if your organization relies on highly complex microservices, it cleanly and brilliantly serves as an orchestration layer, tying all your backend services together into one cohesive user experience.
So, to wrap things up, transforming your infrastructure is no longer just an IT decision. It's a strategic mandate for survival. To compete in 2026 and beyond, you need speed, you need scale, and you need seamless AI readiness. So take a hard look at your current stack. Isn't it time to build something that actually works? Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer, and we will catch you next time.